Succession, an acclaimed HBO series, has consistently made hints that Roman will turn on Kendall near the end. The two brothers have competed for their media tycoon father's interest in appointing a successor to his waster media empire by living under his massive shadow their entire lives. After dying in episode 3 of season 4, Logan is no longer a factor, giving Roman and Kendall the chance to fully step into his shoes. Whether Roman and Kendall are genuinely able to operate their father's firm will be determined by the events of the remaining episodes of Succession's final season. They have primarily served as invited guests of the conglomerate's operations and as flies on the wall up until this moment, barely participating in Waystar's success. Logan had previously stated that he was interested in someday giving Kendall the keys to his office, but Roman was the one in whom Logan had the most trust when it came to making important business decisions. While Kendall has shown himself to be unstable and unpredictable during the first 3 seasons of Succession, Roman has consistently shown more loyalty to Logan, despite having similar personal and professional shortcomings. Following Logan's unexpected death in Succession, both brothers were elected to serve as interim co-CEOs, which will put their actual loyalties and interests to the test as they are compelled to work together and rely on one another. If Succession is anything like ancient history, Kendall and Roman won't be able to come to a peaceful and amicable conclusion. Logan often called Roman by the moniker Romulus, even though that was not his real name. Romulus was the first king of Rome and its founder in antiquity. Remus was the name of Romulus' brother. According to folklore, when Romulus and Remus started to build Rome, they couldn't decide where to put it. Each brother desired to construct on a different hill. Both stood their ground. Romulus began constructing Rome according to his plans by erecting a wall around the hill he had selected. Remus, who had grown envious and was out to humiliate Romulus, jumped over his wall to show how useless it was. As a result of his murder of Remus and subsequent establishment of Rome in his own image, Romulus was furious. In Succession, Roman, also known as Romulus, can realize that working with Kendall is impossible and ruin his name in order to rebuild Waystar the way he thinks Logan would want. Even though Kendall is very difficult to control and has a history of making snap judgments that will ultimately harm Waystar and damage the Roy legacy, Roman still loves his brother. As seen in the closing scene with Hugo in Succession Season 4, Episode 4, Kendall returned to his volatile, unreliable ways as soon as he had a taste of the top job. The no real person involved incident from Season 1 is Kendall's biggest secret, which could be his downfall in Succession if he chooses to disregard Roman's new position of power. Remus leaping over Romulus' wall in the tale may be a metaphor for Kendall trying to sabotage or invalidate Roman's executive actions while he serves as co-CEO. If Kendall keeps being destructively selfish and arrogant, Roman has nothing to stop him from betraying his brother now that he has real authority. Logan couldn't bring himself to kill Kendall, although he could, which might be why his letter had a pencil mark that was only partially crossed out. Despite having the letters KLR, Logan had told Kendall that he didn't consider himself to be a murderer. By the end of Succession, Roman might identify which of Logan's sons is the real murderer if Kendall pushes him hard enough.